Hello everyone. In the last video we learned about some of the basic operation in JavaScript and how to define a variable. In this video we're gonna do some revision on the previous videos and learn about the data type in JavaScript. So let's get started. So in the last video we come to know, right, in some of the basic operation in JavaScript, like additions, subtraction, multiplication, and exponential, and this division, modulus, all these things, right? So I hope this is now easy for you guys to understand. In the assignment part we also learn about equal, and then equal plus equal. So we can see an example of this, right? So if we have a bar x equal to 10, bar y equal to 20, we can write like x plus equal 10. So how it will gonna treat is like with the value of x it will add another 10. So if we now print x is 20, okay, this is same as writing x equal to x plus 10. Now it will be 30. Okay, same thing happened for subtraction, multiplication, and division. This is modulus, also same. This is a power operation, same thing. So we're gonna learn in details when you're gonna use those values, type of assignment operators. Let's go on the data type. So in JavaScript we have multiple type of data. We have so far used number and string. So to find the type of data we can always write type of, and then we can put something. So let's say we put 10 is a number. If we put the object as a string, it is a string, right? We can always define a string with a double quote or single quote, it doesn't matter. And there is something called object. So object is defined something like, let's say you have something, a group of variable which you want to group in a single thing. So I give you example like a car has some component, right? So car can be an object, and its tire, then glasses, then windshield, everything can be as a small component. So your car will be object and other things can go as a variable. So that's how we define it. So for x, first name and last name can go as a object. So how we do it is like type of x now become an object. Now we how to get the first name, right? We just write x dot first name, x dot last name. If we write something not available, it will come as a undefined. So remember, undefined is also a data type. We're going to learn bit later. So the addition works in JavaScript is different way. So if we add a string with a string, is we know that it is 16 bulb. But what if we have this as a number? So what it will gonna do, it will gonna append the 16 with the string. So if we now print x 16 bulb, yeah. So let's see, this is a comparison operator. So when we there is another type of variable data type called boolean in JavaScript, which can also only possibly true or false. So that is used only for when you do some comparison. So let's say x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, x equal y is a false. But what if x y equal to 10? Then we say true. So this is how the boolean operator works. What else? Array. So JavaScript, there is something called array as well. Array is nothing but it's an object in JavaScript. So always remember, okay? So you can define an array like this, and we can say type of car is object. We can get the index number from the array. So let's say cars of, we can, if we put 0 is first element of the array. If we put 1 is the second element. So remember, array always start from 0 index, and not only string, we can define a object as well inside the array. That also works. So this is a object, how we, as we mentioned previously, right? A person has first name, last name, age, and eye color. So everything combined together as a single object called person. So yeah. So let's see some example. Type of empty string is a string. String is a string with a full name is a string. These all are numbers, 0, and there is something called undefined, as we mentioned, right? So if there is a variable which is not defined, it will be undefined. There is also another type called null, so which we can see, right? So let's say bar user equal to null type of user is a object, right? But there is a difference, right? If we have a variable called undefined here, so if we have a variable which is undefined and something called null, and if we put triple equal, it will check the type as well, which is always a false. But if we don't check the type, it will always become true. So this means null and undefined is always a true. This is a very important question in different interview. People can ask what is the basic primitive types in JavaScript. So we have string, number, boolean, and undefined. This is the primitive type. And we also have a complex type of data, which is function and object. We have learned the object in these videos. We can learn about function in the next videos. So these are the some example type of this is a object. This is a array, which is also a object. This is a null, and this is a function. So we can learn it later. So that's it for this video. Hope to see you in the next video. Stay safe.